PrepCan presents the elevator pitch. Networking is an ongoing and very important part of job searching. Your next employer or business opportunity can be standing right in front of you. This can happen almost anywhere. A coffee shop, outdoors, and yes, even in an elevator. First impressions. You may not really know when or where you will meet a prospective employer. That is why it's important to dress for the job you want and make a positive first impression. Regardless of your employment situation, you have to convey confidence when you meet someone for the first time. Make good eye contact for a second or two, and don't forget, smiles are contagious. Start the conversation. It can be difficult to start speaking with someone you don't know. The best way is to engage in casual conversation. Here's an example. Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
Very well, thank you. While you're engaged in conversation, try to steer the conversation towards what you do. In some instances, the person you meet may be wearing or holding something that indicates they are employed. An example is a briefcase, a file folder, or even branded corporate apparel. While chatting, I noticed an employee ID badge. This is a perfect way to get into a conversation about work. How do you like working for AMB International?
That's great. Do you also work in the building?
Not yet. I'm actually in the HR profession. Be ready with your pitch. In order for this technique to be effective, you must practice and master it. Use a mirror or act it out with a friend. Elevator pitches should not exceed 45 seconds, and it must communicate who you are, what you do, and must include some of your successes.
Interesting. What exactly do you do in the HR profession?
I specialize in recruitment services for the digital media industry. I match talented and passionate people with great employers. I've placed candidates in some of the top-tier tech companies in the world.
That sounds really interesting. HR is definitely a service most companies need.
Make sure to get their contact information. It is important to end your pitch by getting their contact information. Remember, people have busy schedules, and there isn't a lot of time.
I am sorry to cut this short, but I need to get to a meeting.
Before you go, may I ask for your business card?
Of course. Here you go.
Don't forget to give them your contact card. And here is my card. I will send you a LinkedIn request so we can connect online.
Sounds great. It was a pleasure meeting you, and have a nice afternoon.
And that's how it's done. Remember, keep it under 45 seconds. Look for an angle leading up to a conversation about employment. Make your pitch, get their info, and always be prepared. Get more tips for preparing to work in Canada at www.prepcan.ca. PrepCan is coordinated by the Centre for Education and Training and funded by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada.